Hayi bafethu angikwazi ukuyidlulisa mina lento. Angikwazi ngisho ukulala. Sidrowe neZimbabwe. Yeah, ne?
What I don't want to hear is people criticizing players, calling out players, naming names when we have a crucial fixture against Rwanda to play. Don't break those players down.
Coach Tobojani, you once said football can kill you. Is that how you feel now after what you just saw?
Yeah, this one is a real death.
Hey!
Hello and welcome to the channel. Let's get into it. Koshubile and South Africans are crashing out after the game between South Africa and Zimbabwe, where it ended in a draw. The pain is not ending. It happened on Friday, but even now it is still painful. We'll take a look at the sentiments around that. But Group C is a very difficult group right now. It looked like it would favor Nigeria in the beginning. However, South Africa came out and they were leading the group, and points were deducted from South Africa, and now Benin is leading the group. South Africa relies on Nigeria to beat Benin, but on South Africa's side they also have to beat Rwanda, who won previously. At this point, fingers are getting pointed at the coach, the players, everybody, but mostly SAFA. Let's take a look at the sentiments around this crash out. What are the prospects for South Africa to qualify, or should South Africa just focus on AFCON from now on? What are your thoughts on all of this? Take a look at this.
That was the most painful 90 minutes of my life, man. I wish I had those 90 minutes back, because what in the world did Bafana just do? You had one job and you bottled it.
Yeah, ne? Football can kill you. Ay. Zimbabwe besiluyile bafethu ayikho enye indlela yokuchaza leyo nto leyo. 10 men. Still kwangenzeka fikol. Hayi bo number 19 ke nje ubesethunyelwe ukuthi ambo frustrated TLB angabukhona against Rwanda. Hayi bo bafethu. Mina sonke lesikhathi ngitshela ukuthi izithe enkulu eNigeria. Kanti neZimbabwe nayo isifuni la sihambe ngakhona. Hayi. Kodwa kulungile bafethu, sekwenzekile. Kuhle kubi simenani bafana. Rebafana kawufela. Siyofalana eva khona. Siyodlala neRwanda. Ithemba sikalahle. We are behind you boys. Please make us proud. Ithuba lisakhona kodwa lincane. Yabo. Wow, what a pain.
Morning South Africa once again. Coach Chanda, the big man. We were supposed to win that game to guarantee our qualification for the World Cup. But Zimbabwe came out gun blazing to make sure that they prevent us from qualifying. Hence, they had nothing to play for, because they're out already. If they won the game, they would go to 5 points. Now they drew, they went to I think they got 2 points. Understand? But they had something against South Africa. You know, as South Africans, we always have a problem against these neighboring countries and most of the countries in the continent. I remember when we played Ivory Coast a couple of years back. We won a penalty, and FIFA had to say no, that wasn't a penalty. That game must be replayed. I'm just reminding you what we're going through as South African. We played Nigeria, we drew 1-1, and that player directly with the hand he scored that goal. They equalized. They robbed us that 3 points. They took away 2 points. We complained to headquarters of FIFA, but nobody worries if South Africa complains. But I can tell you something right now. If that goal was scored by South Africa, equalized to Nigeria, it was going to be ordered a retake, because it's South Africa. I don't know what we've done to FIFA. I don't know. We played Ghana in the last World Cup, to decide who's going to the World Cup. They got a soft penalty. It wasn't even a penalty. They took it. We complained. Nobody cares. But if it was South Africa, it was going to be the retake once again. I'm beginning to wonder what's going on. Okay, but in this issue of us being deducted 3 points and 3 goals, I slam our authorities, SAFA, the technical team, from the coach and everyone that he works with, from the president up to the team manager, up to a CEO, everybody at that head office at FNB, what are they doing? Why are they so negligent? And I slam the player as well. Tebogo knows. Me as a player, I'll never allow a coach to force me to play hands. I know I'm sitting on 2 yellows. We suspend for the next game. Because Tebogo is a very good player. At times, it's very late on tackles. It's very, very late. He can be brutal. You know, he knew he was sitting on 2 yellows. But why he allowed the coach to field him? That coach, I want to slam this coach once again. It means this coach doesn't submit a match report, because every game we need to submit match report. You start from the day one when you call the team that will play that game. From the first session up to the game, you need to write down not less than 25 pages what has transpired in one game. You report. Each and every yellow card, will put it in that match report. At a certain minute, so-and-so had a yellow card. The second against Rwanda, he picks up the yellow card. And the second game, it must be in the match report that you submit to SAFA at the head office as a coach. And Uhelman Kalele, what is writing next to the coach? Because he's always having that notebook. What is he writing? If he can't note that Mokoena had a yellow card at certain minutes and the other game, what is writing then? Then who forced that coach to use Tebogo if he was forced? If he wasn't forced, why is he stopped? He's so stubborn. Is Tebogo Mkwena better than any other player in this country who play in that position? There are players who can do even better than him. Why always him? Now the country paid the price because of that negligence. It's just not right. Now somebody must be held accountable for this. Now we dug a hole that we cannot come out of it. Now we're struggling to come out. Now what's going to happen on Tuesday? If Benin beats Nigeria, we out automatically. If Benin play it to a draw against Nigeria, now we need to beat Rwanda by 3-0 for us to qualify. So chances of 5 qualifying, we're so slammed these days. Now we're depending on those are our 2 enemies. And another thing, ZAFU, which is the Zimbabwean Football Association, what they have against South African Football Association or against South Africans. Half of the population of this country, over 20 million Zimbabwean, stays in South Africa. What do we have against us? If I was a member of authority, I was going to chase all these Zimbabweans in this country because they have no papers, they work in this country. But you play us like you played the final of the World Cup because you want to help Nigeria or Benin to go to the World Cup. Hence, you are neighbors, and we in SADC, your people run to our country illegally. Hey. South Africans, I'm out. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Facebook. Coach Tanda, the big man.
Iqiniso nje ukuthi lo mfolo usikhoste igame. We should have won that game. He should have buried that chance. Okungenani ashaya ipass, apolice beka free. Because apolice adli net. Simple. Could have scored, could have won the game ngo-1-0. Sihlali phezulu league. And ngeke ngayikhuluma indaba yalo mfo a couple of videos ago. Bafethu ukuthi udlale eEurope awusho ukuthi umnani. This guy is not the best striker in the country. This guy is not the best striker in the country. Sinabo umgadli aba-right who could have punished Zimbabwe with that opportunities and more. Scosti game lo mfolo. Scosti game. He's not a bad player, but he's not the best we have. Like number 9 position. He's not the best we have.
We deserve this. We deserve not to qualify for the FIFA World Cup next year. We deserve everything coming our way. And these guys, get rid of all of them. Get rid of the whole technical team. Get rid of every staff member there. Because the reason we're in this mess is because of them. They can't count yellow cards. Embarrassing. It's hopeless. The whole lot of them, they all need to go. They're all to blame for this. The players did what they could on the pitch. They couldn't score a goal. They couldn't take advantage of the 10 men that were on the field. They couldn't take advantage that they were at home. Blessed to be at home. And the crowd, it was a full stadium, and that's the performance he gave us. Embarrassing, disgusting. Now they deserve everything coming to them. We're not going to qualify. I don't see Benin slipping up in the last game. No matter what happens in the last game, the replay, I don't see us getting back into FIFA qualification. Reset. Complete reset. I don't want to see any of them at AFCON. I don't care how we got there and what they did to make us qualify. I don't want to see any of them in Morocco. They all need to go.
Yo, I'm so mad. I can't believe we didn't win that game. I just can't believe it. Mbuli had chances to score. We had chances to score. We were shooting from far for no reason. But the in-game decisions from Hugo Bros for me just didn't make sense. You take off Moa Nkota, who was arguably our best player in the first half, trying along with Apollos. You take him off for Morena, okay. But we need to chase this thing. We need this win. Then you bring on Obas to keep the double pivot with Mokwena. Why, when we need to chase this game? And then you take off Apollos to bring on Moremi, same position, instead of sacrificing a defender and chasing the game. Come on, man. We had to win that game. We had to win that game. When I saw Benin score that goal, my heart literally dropped to the floor and I became anxious. I became stressed. I was screaming here at home. I was literally screaming because I can't believe we potentially might not go to the World Cup. We were always going to the World Cup, and now we need to pray that Nigeria does us a favor. Nigeria, of all people, we must ask them to do us a favor. And we need to probably, if they draw, we need to win at least by 2-3 goals, I think. But Nigeria have to beat them, and we just need to win. But yeah, this hurts. This hurts a lot.
Don't break those players down. If you feel like there's a player that didn't impress you, there's a player that didn't play well for you, don't go to the public calling them by names whereby they're still part of the squad. They still have to play a game against Rwanda, which is so crucial. Don't demotivate some of those players. The draw hits as hard as it hits to the supporters. They are representing the nation. They are representing us. We are part of them. Let's play our part in supporting these boys, in keeping them motivated, to win the game against Rwanda. Let's not bash players. Let's not attack players. Let's not go on to attack Abu Mbogazi for getting a red card. It happens. It's football. At times it gets frustrating. The fact that we didn't get a goal, that's part of the frustrations. So let's support those boys. Let's not attack any players. We still have a long way to go. Let's not attack the coach. Let's not criticize the coach for making certain decisions. A lot of work that still needs to be done, guys. Let's support the team.
Nazagezia Kala, those are the sentiments and thoughts coming in from social media platforms and news outlets. Follow and take a look at more of their sentiments. Some have been shortened in order to make this video a little bit concise, because that is happening and there's a lot that people have to share. The crash outs South Africans have been having because of the position that Bafana Bafana finds themselves in, that is the national soccer team. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't because of all the complexities that are happening in the World Cup qualifiers of Group C's. And Zimbabwe, they came out as if they were playing to qualify. The vengeance, the selfishness, those are some of the allegations, of course, while others are calling out Bafana that they are not ready for the World Cup if they cannot even beat Zimbabwe without favors. Now, South Africa relies on Nigeria to beat Benin for them to stand a chance. However, there is still that wild card of an appeal against the points that were deducted. So there are hopes. There are hopes somewhere in there. However, South Africa has to do their part. Indeed, sports, it can give you a whole lot of health problems. Right now, the pain has landed in South Africa.
Let me know what your sentiments are down below. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.